What is going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Victor Oladipo injury. If you haven't heard by now, Victor Oladipo ruptured his quad tendon, which is a very rare injury. It was a very strange play as far as how it happened, going under a defender on the defensive end, and actually just, I guess the weight of it just caused a rupture in his quad. But as far as that, I really hope that he does have a good recovery and can come back to the way he was. Obviously, I thought he's one of the best defensive shooting guards and all-around players after what he did last year, becoming the most improved player. But of course, not only that, I think the fact that this does change things in the Eastern Conference in a very huge way that many people are obviously not, I think, looking at. Now, obviously before, I thought there were 5 main particular teams in the Eastern Conference. One of them, of course, being the Toronto Raptors, adding with their situation with the Kawhi Leonard, where he could end up leaving or staying due to the success of this team. So this could very much change if the Toronto Raptors have success, which can happen due to this. I think we could obviously see the fact that Kawhi Leonard stays in Toronto if it's possible, if they have good enough success. We have Boston. We obviously know how particular that their success was last year, and with the adding of their talents all coming together now, with them with a little bit of struggling, there was a possibility that something could have happened between this team. But obviously an injury is going to help them out when it comes to the playoffs, and definitely the depth of which it goes into. The other team being the Milwaukee Bucks, and that team we obviously know is going to be more of a situation where we know the fact that they haven't really achieved anything in the playoffs yet, but this is their first year really in the regular season looking like they're an actual threat. So we really have to see how they're going to do. And of course, if they can hold their position, it'll be an easier ride for them in this run. Now, and of course, the last team that is obviously still a contender is going to be the 76ers. We definitely see the fact that them adding Jimmy Butler to that lineup, we're definitely seeing them having a little bit of an adjustment really right now, trying to work it between their 3-star players. And definitely they're going to be a threat to be looking into, especially considering the fact that if you really look at last year, they lost more due to a lack of experience, and something that I feel like they have now going into the playoffs. Now, obviously, what's the difference in the playoffs? Well, if you look right here, we definitely see the fact that there's the 5 teams that I would have mentioned: the Bucks, Raptors, Pacers, 76ers, and Celtics. Now, we obviously can expect the Pacers to fall down a little bit and not become really that big of a threat as they were going to be with a Victor Oladipo. Now, what's the major difference there? The major difference is there's going to be a team that doesn't have to worry about a hard 3 series. Now, if you really look at it, in the situation that it would be at right now, we would be talking about a team in Boston that would have to be facing multiple teams. Now, of course, I would expect the standings to adjust. So obviously with this injury, we're going to see the Pacers dropping off of this list a little bit from that 3rd spot. But like I said, in this situation, the 4 or 5 seed in this situation would have had to face 3 actual competitive teams throughout the entire playoffs. But with the Pacers now falling off a little bit as far as what they're going to do, we're only going to see these teams facing 2 opponents, so everybody sort of has this equal playing ground, as an aspect of being the 4th and 5th seed would have actually been a very tough and competitive situation to really get out of. But guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are as far as, do you think the fact that this is going to be a huge hit to them, and which team do you think is going to win the Eastern Conference? Tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.